Accra. This is Citi 97.3.
Honorable at force. Yeah. Only for Patawadama. As some said to be a say, Wadaurma, e-levy, betting tax. And a tax is Bia, Ghana for S1 on a drink, say, a radiat more, ye appointing as a finance minister. Budget a decay or neighbor parliament. Sad in the decay. Abani Bechem. Abani Bechem.
My bed. And yes, I'm your friend.
But your son, your friend.
And yet, our bed. Come for Jimmy Sunday, the Minya cry. Minya Majumana Minko. So, I did my bed. And yet, our bed. Why not the best of my bed in him? Abraham count. No, Jim was getting.
Will be to me, sorry, I no pass or quadman or crass or quadma. No pon for a juma with me, Irani fee, quine, or copy will be fee. Aquada will be passo. Eddie Honansa. I better walk quadman. O to me free or no quadman or something, and then the fee quine or irano. Let me a do you know I'd call the money fee no assess you no oh to me prepared one dear fronem quire she free Jim one my bear man no money idea. Hey, we want to me and Mamma, wouldn't you be war? Wouldn't you be war? More a sorrow and I'm war. Wouldn't you be our 9 years? Monka, what the awesome. Hey, we want to me and Mamma. And as soon him say, Mini Panorama a whole weekend into when me and me were first, no be quite washing our tete. I fed your mobile kita suitcase. Of a Ganyan army and yes, Pinter say. My in your head spinters. Why in your head spinters? Can you name your spinters? Really?
Mumpong dia muton honum. Ada, me yamu bibi.
Eh?
Osi mumpong dia muton honum.
Mumpong, no, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say Mumpong, there's like they have gone to school and they are closing. Mumpong, they are muton. Stop that thing.
Mumpong dia muton honum. Ada, me yamu bibi.
Eh?
Osi mumpong dia muton honum.
Mumpong, no, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say Mumpong, there's like they have gone to school and they are closing. Mumpong, they are muton. Stop that thing.
Mumpong dia muton honum. Ada, me yamu bibi.
Eh?
Osi mumpong dia muton honum.
Mumpong, no, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say Mumpong, there's like they have gone to school and they are closing. Mumpong, they are muton. Stop that thing.
Mumpong dia muton honum. Ada, me yamu bibi.
Eh?
Osi mumpong dia muton honum.
Mumpong, no, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say Mumpong, there's like they have gone to school and they are closing. Mumpong, they are muton. Stop that thing.
A wonderful Friday night. Benjamin and Ketia here, Sports Panorama. As usual, we are live. Yep. The AFCON has reached the wrap-up stage. Charlie, forget about those people playing in a third place game. Nobody cares. Meanwhile, in the final, it will be Senegal versus host nation Morocco. The host and win agenda is on. Will it materialize or will Mane spoil the party? Meanwhile, Mane himself says that this will be his last game as far as the African Cup of Nations is concerned. We'll get into that. We'll talk about officiating a bit because the officiating in the semi-final left a lot of questions to be answered. Lots of debates on social media. Some people believing that referee Daniel Lai did a decent job. Not stellar job, but a decent job. Some people also think that he was completely out of his depth on the day. We'll try and see if we can make some sense of that as well. Have Morocco been given favorable officiating to edge them on to the final? We'll talk about that. When you go to the PL, lots to digest over there. Manchester City have completed a deal for McGahey. Oh boy, Liverpool. Sad stuff. Meanwhile, Oliver Glasner has confirmed that he is leaving at the end of this season. So there's that also to chew on. Michael Carrick has been appointed interim head coach of Manchester United. We'll get into that also. And then when you go to the blue side of Manchester, it's really Antoine Semenyo's world. The rest of us are just living in it. He does what he wants. Goals, assists, sprints, cuttings. It's Semenyo's world, really. We'll get into it. But the guys are in the studio. Oh, Shiny Brother One is back in the house. He was getting his head caressed a while ago. Oh, Charlie.
Clean. Fabra, clean. What the Fabra? No, I go block this. Oh, Fabra, kiss. Yep, me kiss. Oh, that's okay. Me brother, me fit. Me wa.
Opera finitude.
I was Charlie. And bright, Papa.
You want to kiss the head?
I want to kiss the head. People, right now, if I date town, people don't forget. People forget that they call me Gabi.
Yes, how it should be. Charlie. Fabian Barthez and Laurent Blanc.
Charlie. Charlie Ben. Shiny Brother too, they disappoint me.
No, Shiny Brother too.
We not they see the brightness of the thing.
I've told you what is
the problem.
Shiny Brother too, he's still in partial denial. His man of God has told him that if he goes on his knees and commits to the Lord, he can get his hair back. But I'm telling you that is a false man of God.
Hey, scripting.
That man of God is giving you false hope, brother.
False hope. Script I don't write it today. Hey, didn't.
God said that accept the faith and let new doors open for you. Tell that man of God. That he's deceiving you. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Bernard Abe.
Ana, maybe Osi mumpong dia muto honu.
No, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say mumpong, there's like they have gone to school and they are closing. Mumpong dia muto honu. Stop that thing.
Shout out to this guy, man.
Mami boss, how? Mumpong or muto honu?
Welcome, Pastor Abeku. AKA Bernard. No, but it was. But I'm not the one who gave you the name. It is your YouTube. Your YouTube viewers said that you are the pastor of the show.
Why?
You are the pastor of the show. Rabbi is there.
But how did he get that name?
Even the YouTube people they give out the name.
No, maybe therefore explain for you.
No, the people they observe the people they observe.
Has it got to do with the dressing or?
It left say your man go wear the collar. I see the pastors in those days.
Yeah, that white thing. Yeah, the white thing is.
If he puts for there, he's fit.
There was a day.
He finished.
Of your can news.
Yeah, he dressed like that.
One dress is one more time on my program. Also for chrome. Unction. I don't know.
That's what it is. Welcome, Bernard Abeku, and of course. Oh, the rabbi.
Oh, Charlie.
The rabbi doesn't want Carrick, but Carrick is here to stay. Oh, Charlie. Carrick is taking us to the promised land. Prophet Carrick. Oh, Chief Carrick. Boss Carrick. Tactical Carrick. Oh, Charlie.
For the first time. Son kron enyi ne do.
Oh.
Jehovah Zebaoth. Nisa enyi Michael Carrick ne do.
Oh.
Ewa.
Oh, Charlie.
Nune sewa ni masewa na masewa. Wakobele ya che. O manche yeli aba. Ye shipon ne no. When me shipon ne no boji manche. O se moko be. O hiye moko be. Moko nye ke ya to hi. Ya ke ko fe ogbe ami. Jele mi fe hejo. Amesmo. Noni bo yo wa Zebaoth oba yue no ji noni ba mi. Waka jomo wo hey. Wo program no. Oka waje 2026 nchi. Wajenchi to bodenche o he wale na no le akechi. Oka oba nye befebe kashi na no. Meno oka woba. Ghana mamu fe klalo.
Mamu fe.
Yowa waka shidambo hey. Ka shani brother one e yicho ne. Yicho amichi. Yicho amichi. Yicho amichi. Shani brother one. Yicho amichi. Yowa jomo so kanile. One big jomo kanile. Ke wona ka yicho ne mi. Yicho ne mi de ke jomo kanile be mi ne lebe. Eba hin. Shani brother two. Hani o yicho ne. Nushi. Nuamole. Patet. Ona si yicho anya pelo. What are you doing? Mini shani brother two feel you was about I never tell you again. As I can my track
Feeling it.
Yes, anoint him.
I got just say our coach. Because I mean
Liam
Rosino.
Tactical Rose.
Rosino.
Philosophical Rosino.
Roslino.
No.
You are Roslino. Baby coach here.
Rose.
Oh,
tactical man and age.
Charlie, the guy they talk past.
If any be come.
Man and age. Aging man.
If you're more fella, if you're more cocoda, Fadia Birda, and I got my coach.
Nekeson.
Can I get my coach? Mofia Passashi.
Press conference.
Mofia Passashi. Rosino. The Rosalimo. Oh, I can't know about you. Rosalie no.
Cafe na kai.
Rosalie no.
Cafe na
kai.
kai.
I don't know Rosalie no. Hey, no ball.
Amen.
Manchester United.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Padi sin kapadi. Come on. Na kapadi ni Sima Jolly padi le.
Oh.
Ken na kapadi no.
Siman Jolly.
Glazer padi money for Sima Jolly. Ken na le no be no confirm me ben twin poto ben twin ye.
Oh,
to man ye.
Oh, Charlie.
Yo, I remember ba jam e ja oni adom. Oh, Glazer. Ke Jim Ratcliffe Jolly.
Ow.
Yang ba wona eh. Yang you wa wi.
Na agba.
Shini yo wa ye ogbeno o. No ben ye wa fe ni ba
Ow.
gba wona. One double shake hand Senegal ke Morocco. I'm a fail if for. No feel many ba wo cop eh. E akweno ye jole mi. Ye Yesu gba mi.
Amen. Lots to talk about today.
But God, what is
Sparkling.
One fact,
It be clean.
Yadin.
Charlie, see, Ben, today I met somebody at the NSA. So I was waiting for Yampo Frank, and
Okay.
this I think he's a member of the PAC team.
Okay.
I think he was in the Irish, so I couldn't.
As in football club?
No, public accounts committee.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't take his name, and then the man just kicked me and was like, "Should he address me by my second name or my first name?"
Which is your second name?
That's the same question I asked.
It's the first one.
Then I confided, said, I say, I beg, at this point, just stick to my first name. No, I want Shining Brother One. You people, you do, and I didn't call me Gabby Sef.
We love it. Melito to Gabi to Shiny Brother One. We love it. You have been,
I hope
been
you are aware.
ordained.
That's what she admires about you the most.
Who?
She.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Let's do the show. Let's talk about the AFCON.
Everybody has got his unique traits.
Oh, Ben.
Conspicuously. That is your most conspicuous.
Ben, let's talk about Morocco.
No, but let the rabbi land.
As you make I mean, many Bessiana didn't come on. It's from afar, everybody.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Now, a reflect now. I told him, Mamma Day. Mammy Doya. Charlie, brother.
Oh, fair, no.
What you do?
What you would deal with places? Let's get into talk of some football. Let's talk about some football. Let me read a few YouTube messages before we go. Shout outs to our YouTube community. Go out there to Citi Sports GH, hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get talking. So let me see some of the messages coming through before we even get into the discussions. Let me see. This one here says we are live. Okay, Gabi, I see somebody who says that you are his school
that's
son.
my school dad. Yeah, I'm Isaac. Yeah, he's a top guy.
Interesting.
Train me well at pass.
Nice.
He's a top guy. I appreciate it.
So, do you have a picture of yourself where you had hair?
Oh yeah, I have it on my phone.
Charlie, and it was not far. It was not a long time ago.
Oh, it's just 2022.
It's gone on.
Can you imagine?
2022, then I get hair.
Yeah, also.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it was last year.
Make you overthink, Charlie. I see me there your own picture before football in Ghana.
Yeah, I think it was
full grown hair.
like the hair day, like, but it was seeping inside, so I had to get rid of it.
The head day, Charlie man. Then how they do?
I think it was
preview show.
So we're in 2026. I think it was 2024. Yeah, that's when I really got the clear picture that Charlie, it has to go, man. Like damn, man. It has to go, man. Like 2024, the latter part of 2024, like nah, man. This can hold. This can hold. I'm pushing it forward, but no, it's going backwards. I'm like nah, man. Something has to go. Something has to give. So,
anyway, more messages, Charlie. Interesting. This one here is from Sweet Kwame. Shout out to Sweet Kwame, one of our loyal followers, Charlie. Sweet Kwame says that Daniel Lai did fantastic. We'll talk about that in a bit. That's where we want to start from. This one here says that no, this guy is trying to be mischievous. Anyway, more messages. I think Bernard Kubega says Shiny Brother One's bald head is clearer than Nigeria's chances of winning an AFCON. Hey, they are dropping bars on your head. You see, your head is clearer than. Okay. Anyway, this one's from Halilu Mahatma. It says coach is disturbing Shiny Brother One. Chelsea is beating Arsenal in the second leg. Michael Penny says that. Yeah, he says hi guys, you are live here in Baltimore. This one here is from Michael Kwakofi. He says that Chelsea. He says Chelsea is now admiring Ghana old telenovela Rosalinda. I don't know what you're trying to say. This one here says that I've been trying to choose between Opambo and Sky soundbites for weeks now, but it's difficult. I think Sky's won't be serious. Sky has destroyed everything. Bismarck from Lyon in France. Okay, we have some people in France as well. Kweku Nyama says greetings from Newcastle. Kudos to you guys. This one is from John Odate Mill. Says Shiny Brother One is here to stay. People have accepted the name, Charlie. You can't go back on it again. Mawina says watching live from Ivandi Hostel, Legon. My dear United is manhandling City at Old Trafford this weekend. United play City this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, Saturday,
12:30. Yep.
Sharp.
This one says I came online and already coach is on fire. Anyway, let's get into the conversation and let's start off with that big controversial game between Morocco and Nigeria. Now, I'm going to ask very straightforward questions. Let me start off with that game because a lot of people have pointed to the circumstances under which Daniel Lai came to officiate that game. So remember, Morocco protested. Actually, they made a report to CAF about the referee that had been handed to them for that particular game. CAF went into its own system and then decided to make certain changes and appoint Daniel Lai to the game. It created some controversy because Daniel Lai had been involved in controversy earlier up in the competition, and he had been called and queried for that particular performance.
Yeah.
So
Algeria Burkina.
Good. So for a lot of people,
which game was that?
Algeria Burkina.
He was the lead VAR.
Good. So for a lot of people, it seemed strange that a referee who had come under criticism was almost, it seemed like, being rewarded with a semi-final berth. So it didn't sit well with a lot of people on how it went. As for my own opinion, I'll hold it for now. But let's start off with that Daniel Lai. Let me start to you, Gabi, on this note. Split opinions. Some people believe that he was not exceptional, but he did his part. Decent refereeing job. A mistake or two here and there is probably not, let's say, it's acceptable. It's like he won't be flawless on the job. Some people too say that he was not on the day. Terrible, and that he should look himself in the face again, and that CAF have a conspiracy going to help Morocco win the competition. How did you assess Laye, and what have you made of all the confusion that's surrounding that performance?
I think he did a decent job. Yeah, a decent job in the sense that if I'm rating him, I'm giving him 6/10. Now, Ben, before the game, right?
6 is just above average, though.
Yeah, before the game. So
decent is fine.
So before the game, I think everybody monitored the talks around the game. It wasn't about the game. It was about the center referee. When CAF put out the list on his X handle, and it wasn't just about Daniel Laye. There was a South African in there who was the lead VAR. What's the chap's name? I can't seem to remember, but I'll get it.
Yeah.
So those were the conversations around that. Why would CAF appoint a West African and a South African, given the history of these two countries against Nigeria when it comes to AFCON matches or football on the African continent? But it was mostly about Daniel Laye trending. One, the rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria, football context. And then there's
so that is prejudice.
Yes. So
Nigerians are already prejudiced against Daniel Laye.
They had already taken a stance before the game ended against Morocco. All right? And I even saw people bringing out his old games that he had officiated and all of that. I mean, the Nigerian supporters. And so that stood already. Then the second one had to do it. It's questioning CAF's decision to why not look at East Africa or even Central Africa. You know, as the competition evolved, so CAF will look at the number of officiating officials and then rate their work right from the group stage to wherever they are. Then they they pick the best and leave them for the high profile games. And Daniel Laye was one. A lot of people are actually forgetting that. And actually, a lot of people don't know that Daniel Laye was at the last two AFCONs, 2021 in Cameroon. He officiated one of the high-profile games. His body of work...
He's done a couple of high-profile games.
His body of work from, let me say, 2017 till now speaks for him. And that's why CAF will look at him and say, I think you are the top man for the job. I actually had an initial stance that why would CAF set him up to fail? Throw him into a high-profile game of that magnitude against the host nation. But then again, I look at the angle, the conversation from this angle that it speaks about the growth of African football, not even the football itself, but refereeing in Africa. And that they trust him to go in there and do a good job against, involving Nigeria and Morocco. If you've paid particular attention to how Daniel Laye handles games, he's not that your referee that the slightest of tackles, he just pulls out a yellow card. If you've paid particular attention to him.
He had a little situation with Osimhen earlier on in the game. He says, my friend, I don't like this behavior.
Yes. And I read his lips. So he's that man. He's that man.
Ghanaian teacher.
Yes, he's that man.
I don't like this behavior, my friend.
Yeah, he told Osimhen and Ashraf Hakimi. He's that man that likes to manage the egos on the pitch. And that I am aware of what you guys are doing. And so allow the game to flow. I thought that he realized that it was a high profile game and he actually wanted the game to flow. I am not saying that he did a very good job. I thought that there were certain decisions he could have corrected or did way more better. All right. But I don't like the fact that the Nigerians are actually refusing to accept that two things. They met their meter at that stage and they had 1 or 2 shots in 120 minutes and 11 touches in the box of the Moroccans.
You need to repeat that again.
They had 1 or 2 shots and 11 touches in the box of the Moroccan. That's how poor they've been. And that is very surprising because for a team that has been, I think, the best team up onto the Met Morocco, a team that had a lot of people talking about the kind of football they played, and then to go in against Morocco and play that kind of football, it is on Eric Shell's head, because he changed something against the Moroccans. If you watch that game very well, the Moroccans realized that the Nigerians had a lot of talent in the attacking department, so they were not pressing. If you've watched the Moroccans in the group stage, it was the opposite of what I've just said. They were rather attacking more, but against Nigeria, they sat back and allowed the Nigerians to do whatever they were doing. I'm not subscribing to the analysis of those Nigerian journalists and the Nigerian supporters blaming Daniel Lai for their loss. And I am excited that the game actually traveled to 120 minutes and went to penalties. And the penalties decided who will go where. And not Daniel Lai's decision deciding who would go where. You get the point I'm making? Ben, let's flip the conversation. If the Nigerians had won, what would have been the analysis from the Moroccan fans? They would have said, oh yeah, what we thought has come to fruition. CAF has appointed a West African man to aid the West African team to get to the finals. That's what they would have said. In fact, the Nigerians are forgetting that when they played Algeria in the quarterfinals of this same AFCON, it was a Senegalese referee who officiated that game, Issa C. Then Algerians lost because the Senegalese referee also put up a decent performance. And after the game, some officials and some Algerian players attacked him. Officiating at the AFCON, I told you at the start, I've had my own concerns at this AFCON when it comes to officiating. Look at that penalty, that game, Morocco-Cameroon, the Brian Mbuemo, foul in the box. It was overlooked.
Yeah.
So I've had my own concerns about officiating at this AFCON. Let's not pin all the blame on, the Nigerians. Say that it is Daniel Lai that has, is the one that did not allow you guys to progress to the finals of the competition. It's neither here nor there. And so the Nigerians should just look at they should go and watch that game again.
This was their poorest game of the tournament.
Yes,
actually.
that's what I'm saying. They should go and watch that game again, and then they'll understand that they need to come back and say certain things again. Like I said, they already had their stance because they were not excited about that decision from CAF to appoint him and to appoint a Ghanaian referee. Like I've said, he's officiate high profile matches, the CAF interclub competitions. With that and all those teams that are very, very can be very intimidating. He knows all of these things, and that's a man who did not fall for the occasion. If you watch the game very well, anytime the Nigerians had the ball, you can actually hear different chants from the Moroccan supporters. If you are the center referee and you are listening to those things, you are going to fall for it. But I think that he stood his ground and gave a decent job of it. So I do not subscribe to the Nigerian supporters who have gone to that extent to report his Instagram account to be taken down because they say that he's had a poor job. After the game, then they come back to rate him that he had a 3/10. Nah. I think that they should look at the footballing reasons as to why that's what led to their downfall against Morocco. So that's my stance on that.
Abe, same on Daniel Lai. Where do you stand on that? And also expand it to if you think Morocco have been getting favorable officiating in the tournament.
Daniel Lai first. I feel he's the best referee we have here in the country. I feel CAF is aware that he's one of the best referees on the continent. Like I indicated earlier on the other show inside AFCON, he got his FIFA badge in 2014. So from 2014 up until 2026, that's
he's a veteran, 12 years in.
And you won't question his decisions on field if a referee of that sort. And referees at the end of every year, your performance is. We gather scores in terms of how far you've performed in your local scene and the games you've had on the continent. Put all the score together and rate you. And if the federation accepts you and your performance, they submit that to FIFA for consideration for the next year's batch or list of officials to be considered, FIFA officials for tournament. There's a guy who was last at the World Cup, the 2022 World Cup. So, if a game of this magnitude is given him to officiate, I feel it's in the right direction. Nigeria versus the host nation it's not too much of a big event for him to attend or a game for him to officiate. So I put him at 9/10
in the game. The Morocco game.
In the Morocco game.
Okay.
He's a man who like Gabby Riley said, he's not card driven. He's one one of those officials who loves to control the ego of players. The reason you saw that Osimhen recall is one of the best players on the continent. He's won the African best player. So a player of the magnitude, if you are not a higher professional, it will be very difficult to control his ego. Some referees go about dishing cards, but if players, it has a way of getting the players into a certain mood of even further disrespecting you. Those who have not had any cards in the game, or those who know that if I get a card in this game, it's not going to affect my next game and all of that. I feel he controlled the egos of these so-called superstars who we think are untouchable and kept the game on its level. He allowed the game to flow. We know the North Africans and their behavior during games of such weight. They would lie down, try to waste a bit of time. They'll be complaining to you and all of that. But he managed the game as a top official should. A top official who's been at the World Cup, who've been in the critical area of taking decisions in officiating. The VAR room is not for any guy to head. So for him to be in the VAR, in terms of the officiating list at a FIFA World Cup, that's enough to call him a top official. So for me, I feel he fared well. Well, his first game, we will all understand that he's human, and when you are placed in a certain space and there's a lot of wet and you are the only Ghanaian in that space, and especially where our league is criticized, our league where our GFA president said that referees are scoring 3%, 3 over 100. It puts a lot of weight on you as an official from that zone going into that space. So I rate him well.
So you think he was excellent?
I think he was fantastic.
Ben, I just remember the South African lead VAR, the one I wanted to see, Abongile Tom.
Yeah, Tom Abongile.
Yeah, he before CAF even gave him the Abongile.
Yeah, Abongile.
Yeah, Abongile.
Yeah, Abongile.
Oh, coach, no, Abongile. Before he let Nani. Before he was appointed as the lead VAR, he had issues. He had issues in the previous game.
Same with Lai. Anyway, let me get y'all's thoughts on the matter. If you can touch on the Morocco bit a little for me, and then Lai as well.
Oh yes. Look, I think Morocco played very well. We sat in the studio, even in their game against Cameroon in the quarterfinal, and highlighted the positive side or the advantages that they go into such a game with by having no natural DM. They did it against Cameroon and they did it against Nigeria, where you had attacking midfielders playing as
Ben's own Saibari
as DMs.
Charlie,
El Adnawi,
like
and Co. They lined up in the middle. You would think that if you didn't watch the game and you saw how they controlled the game in terms of maybe listening to commentary without hearing the names, you would have thought that it was, let's say, Sofiane Amrabat playing as the sole pivot, and Azadine Onahi also flanking him with maybe Sabiri or El Anawi. But Onahi was absent because he had some injuries. Amrabat was dealing with some injury, so he was even on the bench. And on top of that, Roman Said, who can sometimes play as a DM or a little bit upfield from his normal central defensive position, he was also absent. So it was all ball jugglers through that middle. And that played into the hands of the Moroccans because they controlled possession and they stifled Nigeria off possession of the ball. And you had a situation where, yes, Wilfred Ndidi was absent. And so Onyedika, Alexi Wobi, they were always chasing the ball. They were always chasing the ball. Always chasing the ball. And so you could tell that they were so tired. They were so tired. And because of how they line up a 4-4-2, but it's not your linear 4-4-2. It's a diamond 4-4-2 with Lukman at the tip of the diamond formation, and in the middle, then you have Onyeka at the base. Ideally, it will be Wilfred Ndidi. Then you have Alexi Wobi and the other central midfielder Onyedika sliding diagonally, so that provides the diamond shape. Now, Erichel, the head coach of Nigeria, he made it clear after that game against Morocco, in that post-game presser, he made it clear that the way they set up their formation, it aids them to apply pressure high up the pitch. And that has helped them throughout this tournament. Morocco managed to contain that threat. And in the second half, Nigeria, because they were running all over the pitch, chasing players who were holding on to the ball, running with the ball, they tired out a little bit. And in the end, Shell admitted that they lost out on a meter or two because of the fatigue build-up. And so they couldn't press high up the pitch with a lot of intensity or with the same intensity. And that's what compounded their problems. So Morocco dominated possession. Morocco dominated the chances. Morocco dominated the flow of the game. And in the end, they ended up winning the penalty shootout. So how then do you see all these things happening? Then turn or focus your fury, your frustrations on the referee. How? I don't get it. And for me, Daniel, I'll give him an 8/10. Or at worst 7.5/10. I wouldn't give him a 6 because at the end of the day, there are some markers that he or some boxes that he checked. And I'll go through them for you because at the end of the day, this is a veteran referee who has officiated a lot of these games and has come out on top because, look, per the English FA, the guys who brought about modern football, the rules they operate with, the tenets they look out for in judging a referee's performance. Let me run you through some of them. So, knowledge and application of the laws or rules. When you watch that game, did Daniel display a proper hold of the knowledge and application of the rules?
Yeah, man.
He did. Decision making. Decisions should be quick, confident, and correct. Consistency is vital.
Okay.
Did he check all these boxes?
Yes, sir.
Were his decisions quick? Were they consistent?
Clean.
Was it delivered in a confident manner?
Too confident.
It did. But he did. Positioning and fitness. They played 120 minutes. Did Daniel look tired on the pitch?
Nah.
Did he look tired on the pitch?
Nah.
He didn't. His positioning, it was on point. And because of his positioning, it created one of the controversies that the Nigerians used against him in their post-game rant. That there was an incident, I think in the second half or close to the end of the first half, on the left side, where the ball went out of play.
Yeah.
It didn't go out of play.
The full circumference didn't
cross the line. But Daniel whistled for a throw-in. The Nigerians were blasting him for that decision. But he acted based on the call
from the
or the advice of the assistant referee on that side of the pitch because his positioning was not right. He was situated far behind the point of action. So there was no way he could make a proper decision when he couldn't see. So he based his call on the advice of the assistant referee. So immediately after he made that call, did you see Eric Shell, the head coach of Nigeria? He was blasting the hell out of the assistant referee on that side of the pitch. How then do you attack Daniel Aye for this? Then let me move on. Game management and control. Did he manage the game well? No, Nketia, did he manage the game well?
I thought he was decent.
Yeah. Did he look in control of the game?
Pretty much.
You get it? Okay, let me move on. Communication, effective communication.
Did he communicate?
Did he communicate very well?
Annie.
Look at what he said to Osimhen. I won't tolerate this.
He said, behave yourself.
Behave yourself. Proper communication.
That's taking control of the game. No try him again.
Composure and emotional control. Did he look composed on the pitch?
Clean.
Was he out of control emotionally?
Nah.
Awareness and alertness.
Charlie.
Did he look alert on the pitch?
GPO alertness.
When you saw what you saw on that pitch, did it look like Daniel Aye had a proper sense of awareness of what was going on in the game, off the pitch, on the field, everything connected to the game? Did it look like he had a proper sense of awareness? Yes, he did. And so how then do you look at all these things and tell me that the referee's performance was 3/10, as most Nigerians are rating his performance? For me, I will give him a 7.5/10 because one, that Calvin Bassey yellow card that he dished, to Calvin Bassey was flat out wrong. That one, hands down, he got it wrong. Then there was another incident, actually two, where two Moroccan players kicked the ball away from the point of action after he had called for a foul. Delay of game, that's a yellow card. Bookable offense. He didn't book any of those players. So that's another point deduction. So that right now you have 8/10. Then there were some two calls. Then there were some niggling calls that he made, that 50-50 challenges that went in favor of Morocco.
I feel like that's where a lot of the problems came from, because a lot of the 50-50 challenges all went in favor of the host nation.
But at the end of the day, you have to manage the game small. Host nation. So that's where the 0.5 will come in. So that's why I will rate him 7.5/10.
You see,
no, it's not niggling challenges. Minus 5.5. No, it's 7.5. So 7.5/10, which is a B
above
plus.
Average.
Which is a B plus. And when you look at the magnitude of this game, and you deliver a 7.5/10 performance, why are they slandering him? I mean, I'm so surprised.
Let's wrap up. Let me let Coach wrap up the conversation. We've spent quite an amount of time on this.
What?
Coach, your final thoughts on this matter.
I don't blame him for Nigerian losing the game, but I think he was very poor on the day. Let nobody convince anybody. Let nobody say otherwise. He was very, very poor.
I disagree.
You're giving him a 6. Somebody has given him a 9.
Very
he has
poor.
gotten a 7.5. You cannot say you won't take it. Go ahead.
That is a 4/10 performance. Look.
You mean referee Wanyazi?
Look, let me tell you something. Oh, Abotala. Look. There's a way to frustrate your opponent. There's a way to officiate a game that will never bring the best out of your opponent. Look, the game I watched yesterday, if you are allowing the game to flow, and every 50-50 balls is being given against one opponent, technically, physically, clearly, you are frustrating them. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Nobody. If the Nigerian players were, look, if Bassey was the one who had kicked the ball after he had whistled, he would have given him a second yellow card and sent him off. Tell me what I'm saying is not true.
It's not true.
May I have my own opinion, but yes, please go on.
When you are officiating in such a game, there's a reason why you are put there. Me, when I heard that he was the one going to officiate the game, I was very happy. Because it is, look, the last time we had a Ghanaian officiate such a game was way back in 1970 something. Semi-finals of the AFCON. Way back. So when I heard that finally we've gotten the Ghanaian to go out there, I heard what the Nigerians were saying. I heard what the Moroccans were saying. Clearly before the game, the two sides were all not happy with his appointment. Agreed? Yes. So now, you went in there as a neutral person because Morocco complained, Nigeria complained. Morocco even made an official complaint. The Nigerians didn't make an official complaint, but we all saw and heard what was going on social media. So that was the time for him to go out there and prove that yes, indeed, he's more than qualified to officiate in such a game. No more. You cannot go and officiate in such a big game, and then when there were calls that you could have made against the host nation, you were not making those calls. But every call that you needed to make against the Super Eagles, you made them. Clearly, you are breaking the rhythm from the Nigerian point of view. I mean, look, I'm a coach, so he did not need to award the penalty. Neither did he need to take an offside goal on behalf of the Moroccan for you to understand that he's frustrating the Nigerians from playing their game. Yeah. Like I'm saying, I'm not going to blame him for them losing the game because I had my own problems tactically with Mr. Shea. Yeah. The moment I heard him also say that they were going to play on the counter, I said, come on, this man, he's surrounded his dominance.
Come on, man.
You can't do that. Your team has shown that
they can dominate the ball. They can
it's a semi-final game, so you don't want to risk it. But don't quiet them and suppress them unwillingly against their wish and take the steam out of them. You don't leave Osimhen in the middle of those two big defenders and hope that he will feed on scraps. Now, in the absence of Ndidi, I thought that he would have gone with the two white men, Chukwueze on one side, then or the same
Adams.
No, Lukman on the other side. Yeah. Do a typical 4-4-2. Yeah. 4-4-2, not 4-4-2 diamond, and then put Osimhen and the other striker to go and face the two Moroccan defenders. Tactically, the Moroccan would have withdrawn one of their midfielders into defense, and then Owebi and Co will have the space to operate. The Moroccan players who we saw play yesterday in midfield, they are not natural ball winners. Nope. And so if you support Iwebi with a Nyeka, who is a natural ball winner, it won't be bad boss I'm a fan more. It won't be bad boss I'm a Chukwueze, Edmonino Jirongbe, Lukman, Dumabekube, Amachi, Hakimi Kenibi, Abacha Bakase, Koni Anago, Ate Kametai, Nabikamole. Will fresh share do at all. Etaje ena no kono.
Eric Shell.
Ena no kono. So me, I had problem with the Nigerian coach himself. I think his tactics on the day was very wrong, and that was why they lost. Even in the penalty shootout, they had the first advantage. So you cannot blame Laye for losing the game. I disagree. Look at the penalty that Chukwueze went and played. Chukwueze, you are Chukwueze in the ball. Chukwueze,
he's what?
Chukwueze in the ball. Abadze how? Abadze had. Even John Mensah didn't play the penalty.
Oh, don't do this. Leave the rock.
Listen, Mami Rocker. That's all Rocker. Hey, Mami Rocker. Rock didn't crowd now. I'm coming. Penalty Rock ball 2010.
That's why Rocker.
Mami Rocker.
What destroy everything?
What destroy everything? Because look at it. That was, you see, we all know the way he plays his penalty. But you see, the disappointing part of what he did was that was the penalty meant to give Nigeria an advantage. Look, it's psychological. When you are playing penalties, it's
true.
Not say you are going to play the one that gives you an advantage in the shootout. There's a way you go about it. You don't go and then sluggishly, lackadaisically, as if there was nothing at stake. And look at the goalkeeper you are facing. A goalkeeper who, per his own record, usually go to the history of Bono, anytime he's been involved in the penalty shootout, one chikran or baby.
Yep, true. 1 or 2 here.
One chikran,
he's definitely
like
a dead ball expert, penalty expert.
The second one was outrageous.
You understand? He'll catch like, look at the second save he made. If you're going to give your team an advantage in the semi-finals against the host nation, all the odds are against you. You go back and come and blast the hell out of the ball into the net. And you send the message across to them. We mean business here. We are not here to joke.
Like a day.
Just a joker.
Days ago.
I couldn't believe what I saw of Chukwueze.
That's all rock and it's annoying then.
I won't come home. John Mensa independent to the border.
Oh, rock.
What? Manny Rocker.
Manny Rocker. Eddie Camper. Yeah, I won't come home.
Oh, Charlie.
So, and as for the defeat, they cannot attribute it to Danielai. But for me, the ball I watch, the officiating I watch of Danielai, Nketia, the moment you use the word decent, then just say, Ankoye.
Decent. He did a
Ankoye.
decent.
If you say it was a Ankoye.
Nah.
To be honest, let me tell you
could have done far better.
We need to move on from this topic. But for me,
I didn't
I
like what
thought
I saw.
especially the first 25 minutes were very sketchy. And that's when the game was very feisty. It was very
end to
up, down, end to end. And in that spell, to be honest, every decision he took went in favor of Morocco.
Which was very bad.
Every single one. I think he grew into the game. He took more control of the game.
That was after he spoke to the captains.
As it wore on.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that Nigerians they can be aggrieved a little.
Slightly legitimate.
They can definitely be aggrieved. It's not outrageous
But
to
they
think
cannot
that
blame him for that.
no, they can't blame him for that defeat.
No, but
could
to
have done
that's the extent they got.
I thought he was at least a 6 or 7 over 10 on the day. Not
four.
exceptional, definitely not terrible either. Let's move it on. Let's talk about the final, and let me stay with you on that final note because it's a big game coming up. Oh, like a 6.5 or 7, maybe. Yeah, 6.5 or 7. Anyway, the computer has come out to the key facts. Opta, the supercomputer. They say Morocco are favorites to win only their second AFCON at a 55.4%, according to pre-match simulations. Now, Senegal star Mane has created the most chances in the tournament, 18, all from open play. Most chances created from open play on record since 2010 in a single AFCON by a player. And then you can talk about Brahim Diaz's 5 goals, could become the first Moroccan player to be the outright top scorer at a single competition. Now, where we have it now, Coach, who stands as favorites for you, and what factors are you considering with regards to how each of these two teams can win this game?
You remember when the tournament was about to start and we had our picks as to who likely to win? These two teams were my first 2 picks to go and win the tournament. And they find themselves in the final. And look, to be honest with you, I really don't care who wins it. I think if Morocco were to win it, they deserve it. If Senegal were to win it, they'll deserve it. But I want football to be the winner on Sunday. I don't want the fact that, because most often than not, when the host nation gets to the final, everything usually is done to make sure they win it. If they were to win it as a result of some form of bad officiating, machinery by VAR, things that will, I'm going to get very, very angry. And I don't think it would have, because I believe that if it is played fairly, they have what it takes to beat Senegal. Senegal also have what it takes to beat them. So I want football on the day to be the winner. Let the two teams go at it at each other. And let's see who's got the better players on the day, or who's got the better coach, and who's got the better execution on the day to win it. On the face of what I have witnessed from the two teams, I think it goes in favor of the Moroccans a bit because of their very solid defensive organization. I think the Senegalese tend to give too many chances away as compared to the Moroccans. So if the Senegalese don't tighten up at the back, I think Morocco will beat them.
Still consider just 1 goal from open play?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So in fact, no open play goal at all.
No open play.
The Mali one was a penalty.
That's crazy.
It was a penalty. So I think that is what it will come down to. Okay, and especially Senegal will be going to the final. I don't think Khalid Koulibaly will play.
No, he's not. He's even suspended.
That's it. He's suspended. He's injured, so he's not going to be in the team.
So they'll rely on Sarr.
Again, they are going to rely on a centre back pair that clearly has not been tried and tested. The goalkeeper, we all know he's a class act. The two goalkeepers on both sides, class act goalkeepers, top goalkeeper. You don't doubt what they tend to offer their teams. I don't want this to travel to penalties. I hate it. Because at the end of the day, most often when games go to penalty, you have only one person being held responsible. Okay? But when we lose from open play, we lose as a team.
Yeah.
I believe, or I like to see team lose games in open play where you cannot fault one single player that you were the reason why we lost.
Yeah.
But look, truth be told, if I look at the quality of the coaching from the Moroccan coach and that of the Senegalese, I think they are equally matched. If I was in charge of Senegal, if I'm given the time, the opportunity to coach any of these teams, it is the Senegalese team I want to coach. Because I believe that if they were to win, that is where the news will be. Morocco were to win, and they are the host nation. They are at home. Everything is in their favor. So if I'm the Senegalese coach, do everything to take the steam out of the game. I would play the game in quarters. In the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I would go at Morocco in the way I've never done before. Because I believe that in the final, at the beginning of the game, as host nation, they are most likely to be jittery. They are very most likely to be jittery because now everybody expects them to win. They've gotten to the final now. Let's go and test their pulse. Test them and see how good they are. If I don't get anything from there, then I begin to take the steam out of the game. With the sort of experienced players he's got, the likes of Drissa Gana Gueye, the likes of Sarr, the likes of Sadio Mane, Nicolas Jackson. These guys on their own day can drop the intensity of every football game and make it not too much of a boring game, but a very tactical display on the day. Because you don't forget, they will not be playing only against the 11 players of Morocco. They will be playing against the over 70,000 people there. So you want to do things to get them to keep quiet. You don't want to do things to get their voices to be hugely amplified and then begin to get on your neck and then influence the referee decision. Hey, like that. You don't want that. You want to take the steam out of it. But like I've said, it will come down to the quality of the defending. And I think that is where the Moroccans have shown in the entire tournament
that they are
defensively they are a better block than the Senegalese. So look, my heart says Senegal should win it. I really do want Sadio Mane to win it and say goodbye to the AFCON. But look, my brain, which is what I usually tend to go with, I don't follow my heart. Even when it comes to loving my wife, I don't love my wife with my heart. I love my wife with my brain. Yes, that is why I will continue to love her till I die. Anything done using your brains is usually done right. Edward Kumechia, Obibe Kun free, a love you, yow, brother Chad, what I want.
You have done your analysis.
Married counselor, namely.
You have done your analysis. Fine. Myself and your coming side.
Many technocrats, the one in charge of the radio.
That's what we full rock.
Missy. Say alcohol Messi. Not a pede and in it you
love with your
brain. Because anytime you love with
but how the analysis you do
no I'm telling you
like I know the bar. Please allow the man to give
let me land.
Come on, give them marriage advice.
The Morocco Senegal analysis.
Making sure that the love in the world who brains are.
Hey Gabi, Charlie, make you do the show. Let's take a break on the show.
So let's take a break.
Let me
take a break. No landing. I was in Senwimwa, in flight.
Land and let me go.
Morocco, I believe by my brains will win it, but my heart says I really do want Senegal to win it. But so let's see what happens.
Like I said, let's take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, I'll take just quick predictions from the guys on who will win the AFCON. There's a lot to talk about. Like I said, Michael Carrick at Man United, Maguire to Manchester City, Xabi Alonso fired by Real Madrid. That's big news. Arbeloa has already come and lost his first game.
Albacete.
He's lost his first game to Albacete. In the Copa, they already been dumped out. So there's that. A lot to talk about. Let's do a quick turnaround. When we come back, more to chew on.
Is there anything better than winning a bet? Well, with Betway's world first bet influencer feature, there is now. When you place a bet with Betway, you will generate a unique code. By sharing these codes, you will earn 4% of every wager in cash. And when word starts spreading, the returns start rising. No matter the outcome, you can score big. It's easy to create your own codes. Choose your favorite teams and send to your friends anytime, anywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Brought to you by Betway. Watch the next video for all the details. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
City 97.3. Accra.
Welcome back. Benjamin Nketia here, Sports Panorama. So proudly brought to us by Litina Travel and Tours. And they say when the world gathers for greatness, one name leads the way. Litina Travels. Now they are taking Team Ghana to the biggest global event on the planet. It's happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join the Litina 2-in-1 experience.
Boom! Boom! Oh, until Litina. Oh, Charlie. What's it? The Litina Travels.
Litina 2-in-1 experience. Uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina travel packages include visa to watch all 3 group stage matches of the Black Stars, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations.
When in Litina,
they say this is not just a trip. It's history in motion. It's football. It's opportunity.
Litina motion.
Litina travel.
Litina motion.
Litina
before you give up the name, be dope.
Call 0205. Relax. 0205 229 553 or 0506 676 957 today, or visit Litina at Alisa Hotel, North Ridge, and secure your spot on this once in a lifetime journey. Litina travels your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition happening in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, where football meets opportunity and Ghana shines on the world stage. Litina has said it all. Need I say more? Anyway, let me do predictions on the final. I don't want plenty talk. You people, when they say you should do quick predictions, then it's now you want to explain.
I want to say something.
No, you don't. You don't. Charlie, we've done 1 hour on the AFCON. Stop this. Let me start with you. Predictions. Don't. After 60 seconds, I'll cut you. So you can say what you want to say in 60 seconds. I'm timing you.
Okay. I think that
15 seconds for me.
I think it should be a good final. It should be a good final in the sense that that 50-year wait for the AFCON title, Morocco would have to work for it against the Senegalese team. The last time they were in this situation was in 2004. At the time, Walid Regragui was a 28-year-old right back. Ashraf Hakimi was just 5 years old. I think that history alone, in terms of experience, if you look at the 2 teams, on the part of Morocco, if they want to draw some sort of experience and inspiration, it would only come from Walid, who's been in this position before, right? But on the part of the Senegalese, a large chunk or the core of the team have been here before in 2021. Papi Thiaw himself is the winner. He's guided the Chan team to success. And so they know what to do at this stage. And so I'm interested to see which team would rise to the occasion in the first 30 minutes. if that team is able to do the job in the first 30 minutes, I think that team will win the AFCON. And I would want to place my money on Senegal to win it for a second time. Morocco can try in 2027. Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda.
Abe.
Senegal.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll go with Senegal. The key to their victory is to stay disciplined in defense and avoid those set pieces. Because we saw Morocco beat Cameroon with both goals coming from set pieces that they got second opportunities from. And so I think with Senegal, the quality that they have in all departments of the field, once they stay disciplined and avoid those unnecessary set pieces, they have the quality to be able to beat Morocco and win the title. So Senegal. Win.
I think coach has already shared his thoughts on who is going away with this. We got a marriage and counseling lesson as part of it, so very, very solid. Let's move it on and let's get to some foreign stuff as well. You know what? We don't spend a lot of time on these, so let me start off from Spain on this one. Somebody's saying that Xabi Alonso wasn't fired. He left his post. Charlie, stop that. Xabi Alonso was sacked by Real Madrid. Stop that. And he decided to step away after he was fired. Stop it. Anyway, that's the big news. Arbeloa has taken his place, but the reports coming out of Spain basically say that a couple of things. So Real Madrid wanted to make additions to Xabi Alonso's backroom staff because of some of the results that had occurred. They were not convinced. In fact, they had gone on, I think, a run of about 4 draws with a couple of Intebe teams. I remember Elche off the top of my head, Girona, I believe, also off the top of my head. They were drawing a lot of those games. So they made suggestions to add on to his backroom staff, and he said, over his dead body, that will not happen. And that if they try to do that, they are basically trying to tell him that he has been fired. So there was that. And then there was also the unrest in the dressing room. Apparently, there's a lot of upheaval with players obeying his tactics. Some people saying that, you know what, some of these things that are teaching us, they are unnecessary. We've been doing some of these things.
Come training the time and they like.
We've been doing these things for a long time with other managers. We've won titles with it. Why are you coming to shake us out of the whole situation? But following the defeat to Albacete under interim manager Arbeloa, reports from Spain say that Real Madrid have taken a closer look at the action and that some players will be forced to leave this summer. They believe that this is not purely a coaching situation anymore.
It's good I'm hearing.
They think that this has a deeper root to it than just the managers. Let me take it from your end. No, you can. I've taken it from your end.
I get some small juice. Be like,
you get some juice on the matter. You let me take it from him and I'll count with you. So you can set the ball and then he can take.
So I like the parts that you read that some players will be what?
They'll be let go of.
Let go of. I think it's about time players are held accountable for certain shenanigans in training.
Like who are we talking about?
But how do you come to we are supposed to come to training, let's say 2 p.m. Then you go come 3:15. Go come 3:15. The 3:15 if you come, as you come no, then Bernard then coach then they do cones, then they do jogging.
I mean, if you come, let me wait for start for.
No, don't. The coach say if you come, don't do the jogging, join.
Okay.
And that has continued over time.
Who are we talking about?
That's clear disrespect. That person, he knows himself. Vinicius Junior. But why do you do that? And you see, I was just telling somebody that I never believed or agreed to those who say that Xabi was sacked based on results or his football philosophy. Yeah, that's one factor. But the significant one has to do with players doing what they like. And it's not like a one-off thing. If it's a one-off thing, the coach can overlook it. But he repeated, and that's clearly undermining whatever the coach believes in. And that actually had some players also jumping to join that player. So it was, the troubles were already brewing behind the scenes. and then the Barca loss came, then the top hierarchy looked at all of these things and said no, they had to let him go. Because then the dressing room, there was so much unrest at the dressing room. And as a coach, I think in football, where we've gotten to, what I've come to realize is that you actually have players playing for the persona or before even the tactics even comes in.
All the time.
Yes, and no, I think it has actually doubled or tripled. If you are unable to do that bet, then on the field, forget it. Because when you read Carlo Ancelotti's books, one of the things that won him a lot of laurels was that he was a good man manager. And I stand to be corrected though.
No, that's true.
He was able to get into the minds of individual players, especially players who had ego.
He comes with a big reputation too. He's
When
won
chairman
multiple Champions League.
If you blink that he doing that thing. Like who are you to come to training 3:15? So I think that part Xabi Alonso failed. And I'm struggling to understand that a manager of his caliber failed to do that bit. But of course, you can understand that leaving Bayer Leverkusen and going to Madrid, the expectations are way more different. And those you'll be dealing with at Bayer Leverkusen, it's not the same personnel you'll be dealing at Madrid. So I think that's one of the major things that let him down. As for the results, that followed later. And it's one of the sackings that, together with the Enzo Maresca, that I've not liked in the last few months.
In fact, the results didn't scream like terrible team.
Yeah. You get it. And so I wouldn't say I was shocked, because if you follow the report, and I was checking it more from The Athletic, they were doing those reports. It was just a matter of when that they'll let him go. Apparently, even before the Barca loss, that same incident I've highlighted repeated itself again.
And then there was the infamous go and give the Barcelona players a guard of honor, and Mbappe says, "Hey,
I know,
Obi Ambassi for them."
You see, so you see, so
blatant disrespect.
Continue for me.
No, Ben.
But as for that one, Alonso didn't try.
The day Real Madrid bought Mbappe into this team, that is where they had leadership crisis.
More fire.
This Mbappe boy came into this team, and all of a sudden, he wanted to assume a role.
More fire.
For which he's not earned the right to assume that role.
Team's highest paid player, he feels like he's that guy.
You see, when you are the highest paid player,
he was a World Cup winner.
World Cup winner, so be it. He was coming to a Champions League winning team. Players had played for Real Madrid. Don't equate the France national team to Real Madrid. Don't do that. It's a huge mistake. Different players, different environment, different everything.
World Cup Champions League.
World Cup Champions League. I'm not equating the two tournaments. You understand?
And in fact, just
how
to
many
buttress,
games do you play to win a World Cup? How many games do you play to win the Champions League?
Just to buttress your point, so there's a conspiracy that Mbappe is a coach killer. Now,
yes.
Let me take you through this, right?
Luis Enrique saw it and said, "Come on, get out."
Between 2017 and 2024,
yes.
Unai Emery, 2018,
Mbappe was the reason.
Sacked after failing to meet Champions League expectations.
Yes.
Thomas Tuchel, 2020, sacked despite leading them to a Champions League a few months prior.
Final.
Mauricio Pochettino, sacked following 18-month tenure. Christophe Galtier, sacked after one season. Leonardo, sporting director, often included in list of departures during Mbappe's contract renewal era. So he was in there. And then we've had Carlo Ancelotti and now Xabi Alonso.
Ancelotti, the best manager.
He's averaged a new manager every 1.4 years, according to the stats. He's averaged a new manager.
Look, real biggest problem is that Mbappe came into the team when the likes of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos and co were on the exit. He needed to come and meet those guys so that they will put him where he belongs. You better humble yourself. This is Real Madrid. Dude, this is Real Madrid we are talking about.
Thank you, my brother.
Real Madrid.
More fire.
This go boy could connive and sabotage Carlo Ancelotti because he doesn't want to track back. Now Alonso
had the same issues with Luis Enrique. Don't
exactly.
forget.
Exactly. Even the great Cristiano Ronaldo of all players, he tracks back when he was at your age. When Ronaldo was playing for Real Madrid at Mbappe's age, he was tracking back.
Running and tracking free.
Lionel Messi, they will track back and come and help the team defensively. You don't want to do that. And unfortunately for Xavi Alonso too, he came at the time where Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, and Mbappe sees themselves as the untouchable in the team.
Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. Hey, we've seen better Trinity players.
I'm shocked.
We saw Ronaldo, Benzema, and Gary Bale.
Oh, Charlie.
Back to back to back. We saw them. We've seen Neymar, Messi, and Suarez. We've seen
Di Maria and Enzo.
No more.
Ronaldo.
We've seen better Trinity. Me na you all. When you trouble, Abu Mo. Xabi Alonso is not a man manager. He's a practical tactician. He's a coach. So he wants to coach. He wants to coach. The boys are practically refusing to be coached.
Yep.
That is where the problem. That is where the problem is.
Yep.
Do this. I won't do it. You're asking me to do too much. Who should be working? Bamboo they will work, but monkey the chop. Who should do that? Now look at this Real Madrid midfielder. The midfield of Real Madrid is not the sort of midfield that can control games.
Can't control.
So if you don't work to help them out, you throw them under the bus. So when you meet Barcelona with Pedri and Frankie de Jong and that Femi Lopez boy, and they will be controlling the midfield. They've got good waist. They can turn 360 with chicken ease.
Good waist.
Trameni ehemie pli enye chonhe.
Oh.
Kamavenga, Benegard Kamavenga. He cannot turn. A very rigid waist. Kamavo Jachole. So you need to come back and support the team and form a block. You don't want to do that.
I believe you just called Kamavinga that.
They were singing. Is there not the song? Kamavenga.
They were singing what?
You've not seen that video.
Behave yourself over there.
Kamavo,
you had a man already.
Kamavenga.
I said Kamavo.
Kamavenga.
Oh, Charlie.
Ehun dem video na.
No, chechem kaka.
Ehun abeku. Na say she ehun dem video no.
Be very careful.
Vinicius Junior say friend say Mbappe num ni friend say Rudiger num Kamavenga na one sa.
Kamavenga.
Oh boy. These guys are not controllers. They can't control football games. So for me, the man was always going to get sacked. Look, Arbeloa. Xavi Alonso couldn't do it. Arbeloa.
Interim boss. Interim.
They should place the call to Benfica and go and pay the money. Let the man come to that dressing room.
You mean Jose?
Me Donyame.
The only one.
Look, I'm telling you,
the special one.
He will walk into that and he will do great things with this.
I don't mind, you know,
because he will look at Mbappe and Co.
I'm a big Mourinho fan.
Why? Namijine, sit down. You sit. Yeah. He's the only manager to have made Cristiano Ronaldo to
be
cry.
humble.
To cry, in his coach, in his
place. It will make you do be humble.
He's the only manager to have made Cristiano Ronaldo to cry. Go and ask Ronaldo, he will tell you. Who born dog? Who born? Me man. Who born dog? Mbappe, Vinicius, Jude Bellingham,
me ma.
These three stubborn boys.
Me ma.
I'll get security to come and take it.
These three stubborn boys.
What is wrong?
They don't want to obey simple tactical instructions. Sabotaging one coach to the next coach. What is that? You're playing for Real Madrid. Look, I don't think Xavi Alonso was sad because he lost to Barcelona.
No.
But if there's any team out there who can discipline Real Madrid good, it's Barcelona.
Yep.
So they themselves, they are aware. Barcelona will never sack their coach because they lost to Real Madrid.
Nope.
So you put that loss aside. You go deep into the issues. The issues is very simple. The players are not ready to be coached. They want to be left
to do their own thing.
But when you do that, you expose the rest of the team.
Yep.
I look at this boy from Uruguay, Valverde, and at times I feel sorry for him.
Yep.
As if he's a donkey.
Charlie, the guy be hard work up us.
He's doing the jobs of people. You understand what I'm saying? It is recently when the other Brazilian boy got Rodrigo. You see, he will come back and come and help him at right back.
Yep.
Many players, ne? You are playing for Real Madrid. You are so indisciplined to the extent that why should you, as a player, people should be pointing a hand at you that you are the reason why the coach has been sacked. It is so embarrassing, so disgraceful. Do your job. Do your job. Why would the team need to bring in the coach if you, as a player, you don't want to be coached? It's not about managing you. Yes, it's about managing your ego. But when you get on the pitch, the best way to manage your egos is to put the performance that is required and demanded of you for the team to win games. You go there, you don't perform. When the coach says, look, about the guard of honor, come on, that is what is done in modern football. That is what is done. We see proper team. Real Madrid are so bad a team when it comes to they losing. The same thing when Vinicius was not given the Ballon d'Or, they decide not to attend. Come on, go and give the guard of honor. If you want to be given the guard of honor, go and win the game.
You mean come on, go and give the guard of
Then what's the head? Can you imagine Jose Mourinho instructing Mbappe and Co to go and give guard of honor? Then Mbappe, and now Luis Enrique says, go, or Pep Guardiola will ask you to go and give the guard. You tell the rest of them,
on the pitch.
On the pitch. When you in Swazi,
that's the name one then.
On Swazi, one more Ebusa, Mbappe, what is that? Now, yes, are you the only player to have won a World Cup with your country? People have won World Cups, but they don't behave like that. We saw the phenomena, Ronaldo, the original. We've seen Messi. They don't behave like you behave.
We saw Beckham and Luis Figo all in one team.
Only one team. None of them, Zizou and Co. None of them behave like this. Nobody behave like this. Why is it? I said, look, the day they brought him into the team, that is where the fraction in the team started. Until, look, clearly they need to go in for a certain caliber of coach. Because the egos in that dressing room can only be handled by certain. As I sit here today, there are only 2 or 3 coaches I think can do the job. One of them will not come in because of the way he does his thing in the way Real Madrid. That is Jurgen Klopp. He will not come there.
Because can you already given out a disclaimer.
Jurgen Klopp comes in the Mbappe. You tell Klopp that you won't work. You will not come back. You will not tackle. You will not press. What? Namojibo. JJ no was searching. Attaching. Quick. Oh yeah. The next coach, in my view, is Jose. But who Jose in that dressing room? He said it.
Jose Mourinho, you fight.
It's only one team in the world that will place a call, and he himself will walk to the Benfica president and tell him that, you know what,
I need to go.
I've got an unfinished business there. I need to go and finish the job. The next one will never coach them. Even when that is the only job for him to do to feed his family, he will never coach them. That is Pep Guardiola. He will never coach Real Madrid. If that is the only job for him.
I hear Luis Enrique is eyeing this job.
Yes. Now, if Luis Enrique come, he will tell Florentino Perez, Mbappe, one sack.
And they've had their issues in the past.
Of course, 1 second on your ball. Look, the team when he plays for France, the team is structured in such a way that if you don't come back, they can cope. But the Real Madrid team way against a team like Barcelona, you don't want to track back. What sort of life is that? Look, enough is enough. For me, you know where I stand when it comes to Real Barcelona. I love Barcelona. So whatever Real Madrid will do for Barcelona to discipline them, I'm always happy that they should continue doing it. So that Barcelona, Abaloa, I wish the next El Clasico in the league will be next week.
Oh, Charlie, don't do this.
5 and 6. That's no.
Who should Real Madrid be looking to hire permanently in this situation?
That's very difficult. That's a difficult question. That's very, very difficult because the people who are good or great schematically aren't man managers. And unfortunately, the club, the team, that's Real Madrid, they can help out in this instance by showing a dedication to back the manager or the head coach and not side with the players. So you can have it's very difficult to have it both ways, especially now, because to the point that you have consistently mentioned over the past few months and weeks, that the achievers or winners are either out of touch with the new style of tactics, the new style of playing the game, and look obsolete schematically.
Very.
Or they are attached to their own project and don't want to move. So if you have a situation where you have a winner, but he is young and is not your manager necessarily, then you have to step in and fill that gap. And in this case, Real Madrid had a chance to step in and fill that gap, but failed to do so because Xabi Alonso, brilliant as a coach in terms of literally coaching the team. In terms of literally coaching the team, he's brilliant. He has shown that. But in terms of managing the team, that's where he needed a little bit of support from the Real Madrid hierarchy, and he didn't get it. They decided to stand pat and watch things unfold. And by your inactions, you are more or less siding with the players. Because why would a manager be dishing out instructions and the players would just overrule his directive? Vinicius Jr. in the El Clasico,
the way he behaved,
he got subbed off. Then he's throwing a tantrum and all that. Then he got criticized for it. Guess what? He came out, he apologized, but he didn't apologize to the head coach.
His teammates and left out his head coach.
But he never apologized to his head coach. He gets it. So your inactions, it more or less emboldened him. It emboldened the players. Why would Jude Bellingham consistently be sulking on the pitch of the pitch? Because he is not allowed to consistently run into the penalty box to be able to score goals as he used to do in his first season at Real Madrid under Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti is a man manager. He can manage you.
And he has his tactics in his back pocket too, so he can do tactics. He can do man management. Even that people were disrespecting him for his tactics all the time.
Xabi Alonso is not that kind of guy. So when you ask me this question, I honestly don't know, because the guys who can get that job done,
Thomas Tuchel,
they won't support him.
Fight with them.
Yes, you get it. They are abrasive. Antonio Conte and co. Like
they won't tolerate these.
They won't tolerate it. They will fight with them. And in that sense, when they fight with them, who would you side with? If you are Real Madrid, are you going to still side with the players? Then more or less, then let the players go and play, and have no coach
at all.
You get it? Because at this point in time, the number of qualified candidates, they are very few, and even the few ones, they come and they still need a little bit of support in terms of you being able to provide that steel behind them when they make tough decisions. And so for me, they are in a very difficult situation, and clearly they do have a plan, because if they didn't have a plan, they wouldn't let go of a quality coach like Xabi Alonso. But who they will go in for? Jurgen Klopp has already ruled himself out.
I've given them the solution.
I don't see Jose Mourinho going back.
They should place the call. He'll go back.
Okay. Well, I mean, he went back to Chelsea after a major fallout with Abramovich, and so if he will go back, I think he will be the best guy, because I think he's abrasive, but he's a bit more controlled than someone like Antonio Conte.
He's more mature.
Yes,
he's more mature.
Yeah, he's a bit more controlled with the way he goes about his business, and so I think he would be the best candidate. But for real, before we move over to the EPL and matters in relation to the EPL, I think Man United should be looking at Xabi Alonso in the off season. They really should.
I agree with you.
Because if you've gone in for Jose Mourinho as your head coach before, as Man United, a guy who is an icon, a legend at Chelsea, and went to battles with Man United over and over again, and you still went ahead to bring him in as a head coach. Forget about the Liverpool Man United rivalry and go in and get Xabi Alonso because he will come in.
Is a professional.
He will come in and be able to turn this project around because this project is going in a very directionless place.
But you know his favorite tactics to his system too.
The
back three.
But at least he's a bit more amenable to change.
The back three that they don't want to play with somebody.
There's that. And so that's a little bit I can say on the Real Madrid Xabi Alonso situation.
Okay, you want to end it?
Conclusion. I was just so when the sack happened, I was listening to Spanish football expert Simra Hunter.
Okay.
And then she spoke about the fact that Alonso was disappointed that the club did not back him enough after that episode with especially Vinicius. And that's why he will look at that decision again and will be happy. And that's why I like the fact that coach mentions somebody who would tell the players in the face that I'm the boss in the room. Because it's not just about your tactics. You need to come in and let those boys work. Especially with Vinicius and Mbappe. If you're able to solve that, then you can go onto the pitch and begin to win games.
Whether you like it.
So they'll need to.
Mourinho's team was what Ancelotti used to win that La Decima. Mourinho was so on. He took that team to semi-final twice. When he left on, then they came and won it.
Because Ben, apparently the reports are that Vinicius is Perez's most prized asset. He looks at Vinicius and he sees him. In fact, he can actually pick Vinicius over you, the coach. And so that appointment will need somebody
like Jose.
Yeah, that is very tough.
Jose can walk into the office of
and also
Perez.
will need to communicate. Will need to communicate
in presence of Vinicius.
We need to let Perez know that look, I'm here to do the job and to take the club to the next level you want to. If these players are going to disturb, I'm not going to get into the job in the first place.
Me, all I'll say is something coach has already said, and something the great Phil Jackson used to say. He says that every time before he starts an NBA season, there's something that used to be weird to his teammates and other colleagues, but he used to do it. He says they draw a line and they say a certain pledge. Basically, the end game of the pledge is that if you accept my coaching for this season and you want me to be your teacher, step across the line.
Yes.
Those of you who don't accept my coaching,
stay back.
You can stay behind the line.
So you're asked
so
directly.
He's asking you so that in the end, if you start misbehaving when the season starts, he knows that
he's not surprised.
Good. He's not surprised, and that he can exercise a certain level of punishment, and everybody will be on the same page because I laid down the foundation for this. To be honest, if you're a footballer and you don't want to be coached, you have no business playing the game.
Why are you playing?
Like you have no business playing. And as for me, I've had my reservations about Mbappe. Like I've always said, I was very enamored by the thought of having Mbappe come to Real Madrid. Not that he has not scored goals, not that he has not been influential, but I have generally been underwhelmed. I'm not saying the goal numbers. The goal numbers are definitely eye-popping, but I've been very underwhelmed by his overall impact and the direction in which the team is heading. So Real Madrid, they know what they need to do. They also need to buy players. They need to make sure that the team is well solid so they can move forward.
And Co, they have to
let's go on to the Premier League and let's talk about that early kickoff game tomorrow between Man United and Man City because it has different legs and arms. Now, the first leg of this is that Liverpool have let McGahey slip through their fingers. McGahey is gone to Manchester City for just £20 million. Ooh, chop. Going to augment Pep Guardiola's team. Coach, quick thoughts on that signing. Big signing for them.
Don't comment. You don't have to stress yourself over this. But the guy is quality. When he's fit and he's on his game, he's one of the best centre back in the league. I think you take the best 3 centre back. He's
top 3.
Top 3. He's in there. Top 3. He's in there. And look at the way he showed interest in joining Liverpool. Liverpool paid the money. And his age is good, though. He's 25.
He's just about entering his prime.
He's just about entering his prime.
That's about 5, 6, 7 good seasons ahead of him.
Didn't see that.
I think it is Hughes.
To sanction that move.
Edwards and Hughes.
They were look, Pep has done it again. I think he's looking beyond Ake and Co.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
I think
John
Ake and Cole,
Stones.
John Stones, he's looking beyond them, and this will be their last season with Manchester City. Ake, John Stones. That's why you need to come in. You bring in the likes of, you see, Guardiola is relatively still young, 24.
Oh, yeah.
Then
They bought him for the
Ake.
future, yeah.
These are players that will make the team solid for the next 8 to 10 years. And that is proper business. That is what you want to do. That is the sort of place you want to be buying. If you mean business and you have ambition, you want to win the league, you want to go to Europe and compete. So look, it's a move I don't commit with all my heart and with all my coaching instinct. If I have my way, I will take him wherever I go.
Oh, Charlie. Magehi to Manchester City.
Gehi.
You know, at the time, Barcelona was also looking at him. If Barca had enough money to, they would have gone in there
for him.
And then
So they have
bought him.
right now.
Bayern Munich showed
right
an
now in terms
interest.
of young defenders, they have Gehi, they have Kuzanov,
Yes.
and then they have
Guardiola.
Vasco. Very solid.
And
Very solid.
they've also signed a guy who was he's Sierra Leonean. They signed him from, I believe it was Villarreal, and now they sent him out on loan to a French club. So just to get him to develop, and he's 6'3", he's very athletic. He's like 20 years old. I'll get his name for you.
Proper scouting.
They are
Proper
doing
scouting.
football.
Let's talk about that Manchester derby. Michael Carrick in the dugout for United. I'll come to you on that as well. Carrick in the dugout for that. Manchester City, hot and cold season, but still very much up with the big boys.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They are still yet to have that aura, fear factor about them that they had some years back, but they are still a quality side. And the difference I see between this team or the one we had this past season, this team and the era of old, is that back then they had this assurance about themselves, like this assured feel about themselves that even if they were down by 2-0, they could still come back and eke out a point or a win, just to be able to hold off the challenge of the other contenders. But this time around, they concede a goal, and you can see a few jitters in there. Pep Guardiola even is very, very worried. He has a very worried look on his face, and that's the difference. And so it's all about an opposing team being able to get a quick goal and rattle them. Once you rattle them, then they are there for the taking. And with Man United, can they do that? Yes, they can, but it will take them about 4 attempts before they're able to get a goal. 5 attempts before they're able to get a goal. Though they will create chances. That is the problem. It's not like, and the reason why I see Man City ending up with a win over Man United is not necessarily because Man United are a bad, terrible side. No, but the thing is, they need too many chances to be able to score a goal. And with this Man City team playing the way they are, with Antoine Semenyo giving them a new dimension in the way they attack teams, I don't think that's a good way to be able to use to get a win. I mean, you have to be very efficient. You really have to be very efficient against this Man City team to be able to beat them. And unfortunately, this Man United team isn't efficient. And still the same old problems from set pieces and breakdown in defensive communication is still there to hunt them. And so I will look at it from this point that yes, new manager bounce, it could work, but not this early against this quality team. So I see Man City running out as victors in this game.
Let me take Gabby's thoughts and then I'll come to coach.
Antoine Semenyo to score against
United.
Yes,
something he knows how to do actually.
Yes, he's already scored against United this season, I believe.
Yeah.
He scored against Liverpool. He scored against Chelsea.
I mean, giant killer.
Yeah. So, but I think United are playing City at a slightly wrong time. In terms of a team that is looking to make a statement that they are still in for the title, especially with the signings they've done, flexing their muscles and all of that. I think it should be a good game. I want to see how Carrick will respond to his first test as a manager in the dugout, coming up against, like I said, a City team that I think are slightly turning the corner with a few signings they've done. So, on the part of Man City, I mean, that signing with Semenyo has actually, like y'all said, unlocked a certain aspect of their game this season in terms of taking that over-reliance on Haaland when it comes to the goal-scoring responsibilities. Semenyo will do that for you. And if you've paid particular attention to the way City lined up against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, I think we'll see a similar thing to what you do against United, especially with the attacking players you go with. So Semenyo operating on the right and then Doku on the left. I've seen people talk about the fact that he would maybe struggle on that side, but he wouldn't, because that's a player who thrives on either flanks. Yeah, you can argue the fact that if you look at his heat map for Bournemouth, he's actually done a lot of the damage on the left. But because of his ability to use both feet, a player who is unbipedal, I think that he will thrive at that right side. So I see City winning this. To be honest, I see them winning this, taking one past Manchester United for me. Yeah.
Coach? So it's up to Michael Carrick. I don't know what exactly he will do.
Oh, he'll play back for...
Mbomo is back.
Yeah.
Ahmad is back. If he goes back 4, does he go with Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro in midfield?
This will be his first league game.
Yeah. Or he plays
first league game against Manchester City.
Yeah, Casemiro and Ugarte. No, as for that one, I don't even want to. He's pumped. He's ready. He's a Manchester. He's used to these games. As a player, he played in those
Very
games. Very
smart player.
It's the sort of game that he want to coach in as well. So that one, my problem is I cannot boldly speak for him because I don't know what he would do in terms of player selection.
Yeah.
There is Cunha. There's Ahmad. There's Mbumo. There's Sesko. Okay? And then there's Bruno Fernandes. To accommodate all of them, one of them will have to drop into midfield alongside Casemiro. Okay? Alongside Casemiro. And with Casemiro not having the legs, this is something that Amorim did and everybody was complaining about. Because the only way you can play all these guys, Bruno in the number 8, Ahmad on the right, Mbomo in the number 10, Sesko 9, then Cunha is on the left side of the attack. I just want to see what he will do. I just want to see. Look, if this was Amorim in this game, and Ahmad and Mbomo back, I would have boldly stuck my neck out to say Manchester will win. Because I think the best way to play against this Man City is to go a back 3 and then try and push them backwards. This Man United team, Dalu at right back is very bad.
Look Shaw
at left back is very bad.
Doesn't have the power, the pace.
Doesn't have the power, the pace. So Matisse De Ligt is back. So I would have gone for a De Ligt, Euro, and Martinez as a back 3. Then I would have gone Ahmad, and then Dalu or Edogu, and then I put Bruno, Mbomo, Sesko, and then Matthias Cunha alongside Casemiro. But from the way Carrick will not do a back 3, I just want to see what the first 11 will be. Because I cannot imagine him benching Sesko, benching him. He cannot bench any of these 4 guys.
But I think he'll bench Ahmad.
Some of them might have
if he
the bench
benches Ahmad,
because of
he's benching our best player.
Because of the trip, because of the fatigue.
No, but they left. Ahmad has been in Man United for close to a week.
Fair.
So he's rested.
Fair.
But I think Mbuemo is more rested than Ahmad because Cameroon. Okay, well,
they all got booted out
at the quarterfinal.
Yes,
true.
Just a day in between.
Yeah.
So the point I'm making is that what would he do? I want to see. Okay, on the part of Man City, clearly without a doubt, they have a more steady team, although like you rightly said, not too fearful, but they are looking very, very efficient. I watched them against Newcastle United. It's a game I believe they were fortunate to win, because if you look at the chances Newcastle created against them,
Newcastle are very wasteful. Actually.
Very, very wasteful on the day. It's a game that Newcastle should have won, in my view. But Newcastle ended up losing the game 2-0. So this Man City team will give the ball away.
Yeah.
They will give chances away. But like you rightly said, if United repeat their wasteful traits, Man City will win it. Man City will win it. So it's a game that, if you are a Manchester United fan, you can only hope and pray that big game mentality again at Old Trafford will show up, and then they'll use that to catapult themselves beyond the finish line and get a 3 maximum point. But
But
if you have to do with it on form, clearly Man City is the team.
But I think Semenyo will start this game because when you look at the
he's played.
Yeah, because you look at the Man United team and the speed with which Cunha, Mbeumo, how powerful Mbeumo is as a runner, Amad Diallo. You don't want to put Ryan Cherki in that position from the start, knowing very well that you are likely to start Phil Foden. In this game, I don't see Pep Guardiola starting with 2 creatives in that midfield, where normally you have Nico Gonzalez playing with, let's say, Phil Foden or Bernardo Silva in a withdrawn position. Then you can have another attacking midfielder playing a bit upfield ahead of those guys. Because this game, Nico Gonzalez is a doubt. And I don't think you want to play Rodri alone in that midfield. With his recent injury setbacks, niggling, you don't want to play him alone. So I'm pretty sure he'll pair him with Tijani Reinders, because he's the powerhouse, athletic and all that. He can handle all those things. Then Rodri stay back, chess player, deliver the killer passes, and then you have Phil Foden playing through the middle, maybe Jeremy Doku on the left side, then Antoine Semenyo on the right side. Then once you are settled in the game, you read the game, and potentially are up by a goal or 2. That's when you ring in the changes and potentially take off Jeremy Doku, move Semenyo to the left side, then introduce Ryan Cherki to the right side. So with Erling Haaland leading the line.
Like
so
what he did against Exeter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So those are likely the changes or the scenario I see Man City using it in this particular game against Man United.
So that's the word on that game. Gabi, I need quick explanation and a prediction on you from that one.
From the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I think City will win. I'm seeing a 2-0 win. For
2-0
City.
win.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do predictions of the other games quickly. Quite a number of games also happening. There's Chelsea, Brentford. Let me stay with you on that.
Chelsea playing Stamford
Chelsea
Bridge.
home, yeah.
Tactical Liam Rosie.
Rosé.
The guy they talk. He say what? Man and aging man. Here we did.
Rosalinda. Roslyn.
Look.
Charlie, you are thinking too much.
No, I'm not thinking.
Confident If you are thinking too much, that's the thing. See, your best is a draw. Let's
it's against Brentford too.
Yeah, so your best is a draw. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Brentford have recorded some solid performances and results at Stamford Bridge.
Under Keith Andrews.
Yes, and when you look at Chelsea having lost to Arsenal at the Bridge, Robert Sanchez's confidence, looking at the role he played in considering 2 goals in that game against Arsenal, would he be able to just all of a sudden, just like that, recover his confidence? I don't see it. So, yeah, I definitely
Brentford.
do see either a draw or a shock win for Chelsea. For Brentford.
Coach?
Yeah, draw or a shock win for Brentford.
I think Chelsea will win.
Chelsea win this. Leeds, Fulham. Leeds at home, Elland Road.
I think this game will have goals.
Yeah.
I think 2-1 Leeds.
Leeds United win. Liverpool, Burnley.
Oh, straightforward win for Liverpool.
Hey, Liverpool is straightforward
win.
Under Arne Slot.
It won't be
straightforward
win. It
win.
won't be the most eye-pleasing, eye-catching game. But at the end of the day, they will
Liverpool
win.
Leeds United was supposed to be a straightforward win. Jurgen Klopp used to use Daniel Farker to wipe the floor all the time. This guy, you don't know what I say. Anyway, this guy, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
Sunderland, Crystal Palace.
Sunderland to win.
Sunderland to win.
Yeah,
Makes
Sunderland
sense.
to win.
Talking about Spurs, West Ham, they have signed Conor Gallagher, if I believe.
Yeah. This is Conor Gallagher. I think it's because
typical Thomas Frank signing.
Yeah, I think it's because they need to offset the injury issues, particularly to their forwards or wing forwards.
Bentancur is offered for the next 3 months.
Exactly.
That guy is always injured.
Yeah. So, and when you look at Richarlison, injured, Mohamed Kudus injured, long-term injuries. And then there's also the fact that Brennan Johnson was also sold to Crystal Palace.
You need to do actually quite some buying.
Yeah, and so what that means is that yes, you have Kolomwani in there, there's Matthias Tell in there. So you need to bring in reinforcements in the middle to be able to shore up that position, knowing very well that area, knowing very well that Pape Matassa is also is still at the AFCON. And so, in that sense, Conor Gallagher, his signing, it does make sense. But Tottenham Hotspur,
West Ham.
Spurs, West Ham, I'll go for draw.
Nottingham Forest, Arsenal.
Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win. Gabby?
Nottingham Forest, Arsenal?
Yeah.
At the City ground.
I think it's a difficult game for Arsenal. It really is a difficult game. Forest are a difficult side to play so far, and their coach in Santo. I think I see a slim win.
Sondheim.
Sorry, Sondheim. 1-0 for Arsenal.
Look at our stadium.
1-0 for
Charlie, that be inter-schools competition. See the crowd. I was just about to.
It's okay. Don't destroy the mood. Anyway, I think that's it from us here on the show. Probably brought to us by Litina Travel and Tour. Let's do some quick shouts before we go. Quick shouts.
Can I start?
Yes, that's
No, this week I've met a lot of people, Charlie. So I want to shout a few people I met at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs this week. Look, they are ardent listeners of the show. They don't text, they don't call, they don't
talking about the Ministry of Foreign. Shout out to my friend David Tego.
As soon as I walked in, Shining Brother 1, where's the Shining Brother 2? Charlie, like the people for them they mention everybody's name on the show. Everybody. So shout out to them. And also I just want to shout my two guys as always. Dominic Gucci, man, he has a baby boy. Little Gucci. Lil Gucci is in.
Just wasting.
It's okay. You don't make. If they give you small chance, sliding tackle. This guy.
Gucci Mane.
See what he
is. Show that he's the man.
I mean Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane. Lil Gucci is in.
Unless you don't get chance.
For shout Lil Gucci days. That's it, man.
Oh yeah, big shouts to the iconic figure. He turned 85 yesterday. Ken Bediakun, veteran sports journalist. Big shouts to Ken Bediakun.
Happy belated birthday to the legend.
The legend Ken Bediakun. Big shouts to you, big man.
Charlie, if you don't,
blessings,
you haven't read anything in this world, then he has some book called A History of the Ghana Premier League. Charlie, everything there.
I see some excerpts.
Shout out to Jojo Bediakun. Give me a signed copy. By the legend.
Charlie, and a big shout to my big man. He's a big fan of everything that we do here, everything Citi. He's a big fan who lives in Takrade. Peter Dominic Asante Chumesi, aka Pricky Prikus. 2 weeks ago,
Charlie,
he got married.
Pricky
Prikus. That's his nickname, Dom Prikus. Every time we see him, I mean, it was back in SS.
The word prick is to prick something. It's to use like a
that's his nickname from SS. Prikus. Yeah. So when he tell me we see him,
if they say to prick something, what does it mean?
Yeah, to touch it.
I beg, I don't know.
Behave yourself.
I'm going to, So when we were on campus and he was coming, we saw him and we go like, Pricky. Big shouts to Peter Dominic Asante Chumesi. Big shouts to you, big man, and congratulations on your wedding. Pricky, I see you.
The funny.
Okay, so to one of my big men. Look, he's a lawyer by profession. Daniel Ahazi. He said I should tell his beautiful wife, Prince Lana Amoko Ahazi. And his 2 beautiful children, Elom and Mawinyo. He said I should give them the biggest shout out ever. So to Madam Princela, Mrs. from your husband, lawyer Daniel Ahazi. He said he loves you extremely well, and you are the best thing to have happened to him. For giving him those 2 beautiful children, Elom and Mawinyo. he said he's most grateful. Continue to be who you are
Yeah.
in his life and continue to be his biggest motivator.
Nice
till
one.
the day the good Lord will call him to eternal rest. So, Priscilla, from your husband, he say he loves you so much. And then to my big man, Henry, formerly of Radio Gold. You've not been feeling well of late, but by the grace of God, you have recovered. And it is my prayer that one of these days I'll get a chance to meet you again, and then as friends, we'll sit down and have some good time. So Henry, formerly of Radio Gold,
nice.
God bless you, my brother.
Quick shouts. I met Cecil of Ladma this week. Big United fan. Says shout outs to Coach Nimli. So Cecil of Ladma. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to Kojoa Diamondsa and Baby Safo as well. Big fans of Sports Panorama and the Sports Desk in general. I'm Benjamin Iketia, you head coach. Christopher Nimli. LA, you head Bernard Abekwatri. Yahweh Jamie Ta. And also Gabi Ofer, aka Shiny Brother One. Show probably brought to us by Latina Travel and Tour. Same time next week, Sports Panorama will be back.